Hello and welcome to the Universe and to a brand new video. Now at this point you probably know all about the Time Lord Victorious project, a series of audios, books, comics and much more that all tie together into one large scale story featuring multiple doctors, companions, Daleks and new creations. Stories that can be enjoyed together or alone. So what news have I got today? Well, the 10th Doctor is set to return once more in BBC Audio and Demon Records chapter of the spectacular story narrated by Jacob Dudman and written by Darren Jones. The adventure titled The Minds of Magnox sees our favourite Time Lord team up with an unusual companion in a time where his morals are questionable and the pain in his heart are heavy. The synopsis for this story reads as follows. In this original story, the Doctor travels with Brian, the Ood assassin, to the planet Magnox, one of the greatest receptacles of knowledge the universe will ever know, and home to the Minds of Magnox. The Doctor needs to ask a vital question, but the answer is Grade 1 classified. In order to gain an audience with the Minds of Magnox, he must take a dangerous test. Meanwhile, Brian gets involved with a criminal group and is asked to assassinate the Minds of Magnox. However, others also have the planet within their sights. So let's break all this down. Firstly, Brian the Ood seems to be a very interesting character. As discussed before, the Ood are a peaceful race born with their brains in their hands, so to see one that is labelled as an assassin is something new entirely. Now the plot outline says that the 10th Doctor is travelling with this odd fellow, however, in the synopsis for the 8th Doctor audio he kills me not, Brian is labelled as an adversary of the Doctor. Could there be some timey-wimey problems with the 10th Doctor befriending this Ood only for his adventure to turn them into enemies, with Brian later tracking down the Doctor, but finding the wrong one? Or could Brian be faking the entire thing and still intends to kill the Time Lord Victorious? What is the question the Doctor needs to ask? Is it about time? Space? Gallifrey? The Master? His friend's past and future? Or even his own fate? These events, if they follow the majority of the Time Lord Victorious timeline, are taking place after the events of the Waters of Mars, so the Doctor would be aware of the prophecy he will knock 4 times, heralding his death. The Doctor could be quizzing these mysterious Minds of Magnox about his song's ending. And what could the test be? Well, when I read this, I imagined something like the Temple of the Holy Grail from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, where Indy has to pass a variety of tests and trials of the mind, body and soul to enter the chamber of the Christian Cup. I'd love to see Ten face temptations like seeing Rose again, or saving his people, testing his morals confronted by the people who had wronged him. Perhaps a trial that will change him into the Doctor we know and not the alien to be feared. Now the fact that Brian leaves the Doctor and ends up with a criminal group with him and potentially others aiming to kill the Minds of Magnox, the Doctor will have to be quick to have his questions answered. It's worth saying I absolutely love the minimalist cover art, making great use of what looks like Adrian Rogers' character stills photo shoot. The energy flowing from the Doctor's silhouette, which is double exposed against this great sci-fi background with Brian the Ood in the foreground. I have no idea who created this piece, I would love to know, but overall the piece looks stunning. Now speaking about the Minds of Magnox, Doctor Who range editor for BBC Audio Michael Stevens said, "We're delighted to tell this part of the epic Time Lord Victorious story, which is a unique and thrilling adventure for us all. Darren Jones has created the world of Magnox for the 10th Doctor and Brian to visit, and Jacob Dudman brings it to life pitch perfectly. It sounds like an interesting story full of world building and character work, and Jacob Dudman has proved to be a great narrator. Just take a listen to his work for Lockdown Doctor Who. Doctor Who The Minds of Magnox will be released on CD and digital download by BBC Audio on the 3rd of December, and will also be released on vinyl by Demon Records on the 4th of December. Do you think this story sounds good? And which bit of the range are you looking forward to the most? For me, even though this story sounds absolutely brilliant and really explores Brian the Ood, I think, which is going to be a weird one because he just seems like a wacky character that has much more to him. Personally, I'm looking forward to the books the most, the 2 books that were announced right at the beginning. Again, multiple Doctors, Daleks, Brian the Ood, 10th Doctor going on this kind of vengeful, kind of almost Avengers Endgame style, tracking down enemies type deal. It just sounds interesting and really cool. That's all for now in this quick video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and if you want to experience some bonus rewards, then be sure to check out my Patreon page like Time Lord tier supporter Stefan Pastran, who gets to see a selection of my videos 24 hours before anyone else, receives a shout out and a brand new downloadable poster every single month. If they sound like things you'd be interested in, then check out my Patreon page, help the channel grow, and get all those rewards for yourself. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.